And we're starting. Shuffle the cards 3 times. If you don't, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, then we're just going to do a general reading. Then, so shuffle the cards 3 times. Get your energy on them. And yes, I do use a tarot card cheat sheet. Just because, well, I'll be honest, I don't have time in my life to memorize the cards. Okay, I'm going to do an in general life spread. So your first 4 cards are personal. Your next 4 cards are your home life. And bear with me, I have never used this one before. 5, 6, 7, 8. Your next 4 cards are career. 9, 10, 11, 12. Your next 4 cards are your love life. 13, 14, 15, 16. Your final 4 cards are your future. 17, 18, 19, 20. 21st card is your key card. So, get a good look at everything here. And let's start. In personal, starting off, we have death. And that's fairness, justice. You've encountered some issues here lately that things have not been too fair, not been too just, but it looks like that change is coming. You've started the wheels in motion to get it fair, to get it just. So that's pretty positive. In the number 2 position, we have the Page of Swords. And that card is determined, smart, and curious. So you're very determined in everything. You always have been. And I think that showed through last night with the grandson's graduation, because you had that determination to make him go. Do it. Don't give up. And you're very curious. If you weren't curious, you would not be sitting here.
Right.
You wouldn't be sitting here with these questions. And you're also very intelligent, because you are able to come up with things when no one else is. The 3rd card is the 8 of Pentacles, and in the past we discussed Pentacles has a lot to do with finance. So, number 8. Engagement and learning. Well, the learning period of life is not over. They say we quit going to school, but we never stop learning. So there's another period of learning coming up. And I think you may already be in it, just knowing what I know of your life. And the final card in the personal area is the Queen of Swords. Individualist, thinking on your feet, and analytical. You are individual. You wear your individuality proudly. You don't conform. You don't fit a mold, and you don't like to. You hate that. And you do think on your feet. You can think rather quickly. I know we ran around for 12 hours like a couple of psychopaths trying to plan a surprise, and we managed to pull it off even when I was thinking, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. This is gonna fail.
We done it.
And we were successful. So let's take a look at your home life, which is your 5, 6, 7, and 8 card. And your 5th card of your home life is the 3 of Cups. And accomplished, family, friendship, relationship. I would say the most accomplished relationship you have is with your grandson. It's like he said last night, she's been there from day 1. You didn't have to be there. It was a choice, and you made the choice to be there, knowing full well, having raised your own child, what it was going to entail. And knowing the young man that he is, you have done a remarkable job. In the sixth position of your home cards is the Wheel of Fortune. And success, luck, and abundance. If your grandson's successful, you're going to be successful, because then you have been successful in raising him. And I see great things for him that is going to reflect back on you. And people do speak highly of you. We were all talking last night about, how well you have done with him, with what you had. The number 6 card in the home position is the Knight of Swords. Rational, hasty, lacking practical sense. You can be rather hasty sometimes. Other times you're a turtle, and it's okay. But you are a rational person. I don't see that you lack practical sense. You are very down to earth. But I do see it that you are rational and, very hasty. So those are good qualities to have, because not too many people these days are rational people. And the final card in your home section is the 5 of Pentacles. And that is poverty, insecurity, and worries. We all live at a level of poverty, so I'm not going to read too deeply into that. Okay. We all live in a level of poverty that I don't care how much you're making an hour. The bills, there's too much month at the end of the money. And that's just how it goes. Insecurities. You do have insecurities, and your insecurities are relationship based, just because you have met Mr. Player, Mr. Addict, Mr. Asshole, Mr. Watch This, Mr. Irrational, and sadly you lost Mr. Right. And and one thing I want to express to everyone watching, Mr. Right was not lost because of stupid things, arguments, or anything like that. Mr. Right passed away, and I am a believer that we all have a set amount of time to accomplish what we need to accomplish on this earth, and he accomplished it. He accomplished what he was sent to do, and that was it. There was no further for him to go, and that's okay. And you're going to try to look for him. You do. I watch you try to find him, and
I'm never.
That's right. You're never going to find him again,
There's
because
never going to be another him.
Because they broke the mold when they made him. Let's move on down to career, and we start there with the Ace of Swords, and that is a new beginning, power. With you being retired, I don't foresee a new career, but I do see some empowerment. You're at the point now where you're tired of all the BS and all the heck games. So you are going to become empowered, and you are going to have a new beginning. And, that new beginning is on the horizon with the grandson making his future plans. But it's not, I don't think it'll be bad. I think it'll be a good thing. And if he's planning on going to school locally, he's not going to be too far from home. Even if he does choose dorm life, he knows where home is at, and he will still be at home. In the number 6 position, we have the 10 of Wands. Stress, burden. Yeah, it's going to be a little stressful. There again, with you not having a career per se, there is no job stress, but there is life stress. So I'm not going to read too much into the career section, because, you are retired. Your career is, your career is parent. So, and when you have a teenager, life is full of, I misread that. That is the 4 of Wands. I read the wrong card. Excuse me. So I lied. Ignore all of that. Harmony and sound bass. So, okay, well, that was my bad. Things are going to be good. So, things will be better. And that's good. You do, and it's telling the truth. You do have a sound bass. You're very grounded. You handle everything quite well. Oh, I just messed this up. I am so sorry. It's supposed to go that way, and I came this way. I'm used to reading a Celtic cross. Okay, so this is not your career. This is. My bad. I'm a little nervous. I've never done this with an audience before.
That's okay.
So you'll have to forgive me. We're going to come back to this because this is all love-based, which is all pretty accurate so far. We'll come back and get the last card in just a second. Let's come up here with the Eight of Cups, which is career, which, like I said, we're not going to get too excited about it. Disappointment, withdrawal. You've been withdrawn for a while, and that's permitted. You suffered 2 major losses in 1 year, and it takes a lot to bounce back from that. So you are allowed to be withdrawn. Let's go ahead and go do the Three of Pentacles. Collaboration, results of hard work. Well, you've seen some of the results of that hard work. Saw them last night with the graduation. And the toughest job in the world, I don't care what anyone says, is parent. That's the toughest job. That's the hardest job. So with the Three of Pentacles there and saying hard work, it is hard work. It's very hard. It's a labor of love, but no matter how crazy you get, can't live with them, can't kill them, no matter how badly you want to.
That's true.
This is true.
But I push him.
You do push him, and he wouldn't be half the man he is if it wasn't for his Nana behind him pushing him. Our next card is the Ace of Wands, and that's a new personal beginning. So there's something on the horizon. What it is, we may find out later, we may not. That's anybody's guess. Next card is the Six of Wands. Personal victory, progress. So, last night, that was your victory and his victory. And while it was more his victory than it was yours, it was your victory because I know the fights and the problems and the things that had to be done to get to where he was. So that's plus. So let's come back over here. This is your love life. So let's see what that's looking like, which we kind of already covered with the Ace of Swords, which is new beginning, power. So there's a new beginning looming on the horizon. Not sure what, not sure with who. Maybe you're going to be blessed to get a second perfect match. And so few of us get those. You only get one, and that's it. And you never find it. You had him. You did. I will not argue that. Maybe you will be blessed enough to get a second. Stress, burden. Every relationship has stress. And you look at every relationship as a burden. We all do. Because you reach a point and you're just like, oh my God, do I have to? Mm-hmm. But you do, and you continue. Then we come back to the Four of Wands, which is harmony, sound bass. No relationship is perfect. You have to work to make it what you want, and you get out of it what you put into it. Like I saw with your last relationship, you had the strong base. You had a good foundation. If you build another one in this new beginning, is it going to be the same? No. Is it going to be just as perfect? No. But it's going to be a close second. Final card is the Moon. Where is that at? Danger, enemies, fear. You're going to be afraid of a new relationship because of, the last one. It was so perfect. It was so intense. So you're going to be scared of that intensity when it comes back.
Always am.
So, and there's nothing wrong with being scared of that intensity.
I'm actually afraid for a new relationship.
I know. Enemies, well, I'm sure you've made some of them in the past couple of weeks with everything that's going on, but we're not too worried about that because, well, we're just not. Fear, you are afraid of the relationship, and there is nothing wrong with that. There is no problem with it whatsoever. So that's fine. It's natural to be a little afraid of a new relationship.
My fear is I'm always going to look for someone that's not going to
Yeah.
be there.
You're looking for someone who's not going to be there, and I'm guilty of it as well. But you can't. You're never going to find him again. He is on the other side waiting for you. He is, but he also.
Yeah, if he would stay out of my bedroom.
Well, you know. But he also does not want you to stay alone. You know, he's going to wait, but he doesn't want you to stay alone. He hates seeing you miserable. So, and that's probably why he's using his energy to act out. And finally, the last 4 cards is the future. And we're starting off with the devil. Materialism, sexuality, vehemence. You're going to have some material things happen. You know, you're probably not going to care because it's just stuff.
Materialistic.
It can be replaced. And if it can't be replaced, who cares? You had it, you enjoyed it, it broke, move on. Sexuality. Some of the conversations we've had, I'm not going to air that to the world. I'm going to be nice.
Yes, please be nice on that one.
No problem. So let's move on to the Ace of Cups. You got to have fun with these things, guys. If you don't have fun, wow, you're not living. Love, new relationships. So, you know, that's looking pretty good. It's looking good with what's expected for your love life. So, it's looking favorable. The next card is the Hanging Man. And some people get nervous over the Hanged Man. Other people get nervous over the devil. Everybody gets nervous over death. And it's funny. The Hanged Man, sacrifice and suspension. Things are going to stall out. You're going to have to make some sacrifices, which we both know, because, you know, you got a grandson planning for the future. Mm-hmm. There's going to be sacrifices to get him to where he wants to go, and you have done that his entire 16 years. You have sacrificed. So this card I'm not going to read too much into, because as the parent, as the guardian, as whatever anyone wants to call you, you've made the sacrifices. Mm-hmm. And you're going to make more. And you're not going to hesitate. You're not going to care.
I would never hesitate.
You're not going to worry. You know, you will go without for him to have.
Yes.
Final card, the Tower. Catastrophe, failure, confusion. And this can be anywhere. I don't think it's going to be in life in general. Where I think it's probably going to lie is with how you are for relationships and what you are expecting. What you're expecting and what is meant for you are two different things. And it's going to cause failures. It's going to cause catastrophes. But you are a very resilient person, and you always bounce back from them constantly. The key card that is pulling it, that pulls everything all together, is the Eight of Swords. Weakness and imprisonment. Well, I'm not going to buy that card. Excuse me. Just because you're not weak. But you have imprisoned yourself here lately. Mm-hmm. For about the past, I want to say, 2 years. You have imprisoned yourself. And it's a prison of your own making. You need to start, and you have, I have to admit, you are very slowly pulling yourself out of it. And a lot of that is my coaxing from saying, no, you're coming, get over it. Wash your nasty ass, put some clothes on, get in the damn car, we own it.
Right.
So you are breaking out of the prison, but it's a prison of your own making. And you are breaking out of it. So let's go again and see if I make sure I don't fuck this up this time. So we're going to start with personal again. And then come up to home. And then over to career. And then come down to love. The swords and wands seem to like you. And then finally future.
Sounds like we would every now and then.
It does. And then finally your key card. Okay, so we've come back here to personal. And we're starting with justice this time. And justice, we've seen a lot of justice coming into your life here lately. fairness, justice, and we've seen that happening, and you've had a hand in that with some of the things that you've been through and had to do. But justice is still coming. I know there are some things, one thing in particular that we have discussed that just totally burns you, and that is the topic of some personal property and where it's at and who's in possession of it. Do not stress. Do not. It's not worth it. She's going to get hers because karma has a wonderful way of turning around and coming back. And it will come back to where it rightfully belongs. That will happen. Next, we have the Four of Swords. Peace, relaxation. So that's a good thing. You're coming to peace. You've got some peace in your life right now. Not much, but a little. And a little is better than none.
Right.
Next, we have the Four of Pentacles. Security, conservatism. You know, you feel very secure in your life. You can be very conservative with money, cigarettes, food, whatever. You can be conservative. And that is a plus. You know, I don't, when it says conservatism, I don't say, well, your political views are. Right. I don't care what your political views are. I don't care what your religious views are. You know, I have told you numerous times, I judge a person by the quality of their soul and how they treat their animals. Well, if I die, I want to come back as one of your animals. How's that? Next up is the Six of Cups. Nostalgia, paying for past mistakes. You do have a lot of nostalgia. But you also make yourself pay for past mistakes. You make yourself pay for them. Issues with a couple family members, you got to blow it. That's not you. You didn't do it. You didn't cause it. They made their own bed. They need to lie in it. Don't take credit for their mistakes because they're not yours. Up and home, starting off with, excuse me, the Eight of Wands.
Did you already come this way?
Did I remember to come this way?
Did you?
I need to go this way, don't I? What? No, I need to go this way. Quit confusing me. I know where I'm going now. I've made a map. Eight of Wands. Taking action in order to achieve something important. You've done that. There again, some of these are pulling up because last night was a great achievement. You know, like I said, it was his achievement, yes, but if it had not have been for you, this achievement would never have been accomplished. You know, and it would be short-sighted of me to say it was just you, but in reality it was. You were the one doing the majority of the work. Yes, he, stayed with a friend for a year, and that helped dislocate his cranium from his rectum. He had me kicking his rear end, Karen kicking, he had people kicking his rear end, but when it was all said and done and totally at the end, it was you doing it all. So you took the action, and he did achieve. Now, highly, and we're very happy with that. Six of Swords. Well, everybody knows that it was a graduation and graduating early and only 16 because, when I'm getting nasty grams about when this is going to start, I'm like, hey, it's an important night. Back up. Six of Swords. Transition, change, that's coming. Not only household-wise, but personally. There's going to be some change. And change, while we are resistant to it, it's not always bad. Change is never bad. I mean, and personally, I don't think change is ever bad. It's painful. You don't want to do it. You fight it. You don't like it. In the end, you realize, okay, this is pretty good. Next up is the Nine of Pentacles. Luxury and gratitude. Well, with the path he's on, I'm pretty sure he'll end up and he'll be able to afford a lifestyle his Nana will become accustomed to, and he will see to it that his Nana is accustomed to. Because his Nana is the center of his universe. And there is no one else. Except for maybe me. Maybe, if I'm lucky. Nah, doesn't have to be me. As long as it's his Nana. Page of Cups. Creativity. Receiving a message. Where's a young man in this house that constantly sometimes has a message for you?
That would be error.
And that message comes from the other side,
From my mother.
from your mother. And, you know, we seem to know when he starts, Grandma, who are you talking to? Grandma. Well, who are you talking to? Grandma. Why are you talking? My grandma. Well, okay, somebody call Nana, because
she's in trouble.
She's in trouble, or something is going on. So yeah, you do get a lot of messages. You do have creativity. You know that what you're doing with your little skull crafts and redoing your kitchen, redoing your bathroom. Some people do not view that as creativity. I do. I see that as creativity. So
I'm changing. A fresh start.
That's right. You're making a fresh start. You're changing, and that is a good thing. That is something that needs to happen. Now we come over here. See, I told you I remembered. And that is the Six of Pentacles. Generosity, posterity. You know, like we've already established, you don't work, so your career is stay at home nana, raise the munchkin, who's not so much a munchkin anymore. Oh, standing next to my son, he is a munchkin, so I don't hear it.
Sure.
Okay, when it was that generosity, posterity, you know, and those are good things. Those are things you want to see in life. It may not seem like it's now, but it's coming.
Very generous when I can.
You are an incredibly generous person. If you don't have it to give, you'll help someone get it. Mm-hmm. When you do have it to give, you do. I remember a time we hit a snag with some things and had no food in the house, and you made sure we had food in the house. You put food in our house, and you didn't have to.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Do we really have to go here right now in front of God and everybody?
What?
Do we have to go there right now in front of God and everybody?
Well, yeah, on that aspect.
Okay then. Well, moving forward. 7 of Wands. Competition and disputes. There's always competition and disputes.
We're having a dispute.
We're
now,
having a dispute
so.
right now, so I don't even want to hear it. Shut up. No, the competition for the longest time was with his mother. She would come in and try to be mom when she had not been in the picture.
And never mom.
And she's never been mom. She's been mom to other children, but not to him.
I've
and
been everything.
You've been mom, you've been nana. You know, you've done the job. You've done the job of 2 women. And I only hope you know, and I only hope and pray that someday I am 1/10 of the parent that you are. Let's not get emotional. Please, we did that enough last night. The High Priestess. Wisdom, intuition, mystery. I'm not going to go too much with mystery because we're so close. I know.
You do everything.
Everything I need to know. Even the things you try not to let me find out. Well, shit, I figured it out on my own. Thanks. You know, but...
You ain't gonna tell that stuff.
Oh, I did. I told Karen. Not all of it. You're sitting here, aren't you? You were here last night, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You've been forgiven.
Are you talking about the other I told you?
No, we haven't talked about that.
We'll talk later.
Okay, then. Wisdom. You are very wise. You're wise beyond your years. And that's because you have had to be. You know, you've had to be wise beyond your years. And that's okay. Some people are, some people aren't. Some people never get to be. 5 of Swords. I have to say, you get a lot of swords and wands. And that, I find that fascinating, in all honesty. Wrong drawer. Inconsistent behavior, tension. That has happened, and there is some tension in your house right now just because of individuals, and that's going to go away. You know, how fast it goes away, that depends on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's entirely up to you as to how fast that goes away. You know, I know you try not to, you know, oh, you don't have a place, come be with me. You know, I'll let you.
I try to help you.
I'll put a roof on your head, but that can also be your undoing. So I want you to be mindful and be very careful of that, because you know, twice now, it's backfired on you. And you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me a 3rd time, my best friend's gonna come over and kick your ass. You know.
Yep.
So let's not have a 3rd time, because it takes me too long to frickin' heal. Okay. So let's come down here to love. New beginnings. power. You know, there again, the love portion of your life spread just comes out. It's very favorable. It's incredibly favorable. There again, you're not going to find your king. You're not going to find him. You're going to, like I said, you found a Mr. Not Right Now, and a Mr. Right Now, and a Mr. Never Again, and a Mr. Oh, what the hell was I thinking? But you're going to find not the king, but Prince Charming. And if you're
I
like,
already have my king.
if you're anything like I was when I was looking for my Princess Charming, I started to get scared that she was stuck in a tree somewhere. I didn't know she was in Ohio. Okay, moving forward. The Hermit. Hermie! Oh wait, that's Kermie. Never mind. Prudence, introspection. You're going to be very careful. You're going to be very prudent about it. You're just,
I'm very standoffish.
They're going to have they're going to have expectations to live up to. I'm going to warn you.
You're going to have to prove yourself.
Yeah, and I'm going to warn you. Can't nobody live up to those expectations.
No.
They can try, but they're going to fail miserably.
All the way around.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm going to be there to watch, because it might be funny. Two of Wands. Planning, future action. You have plans right now. Some people may think they're not the best plans, but they're your plans. And don't listen. I can sit and tell you, no, don't.
But I'm going to turn around and do it.
And you're still going to do it.
Right.
But you're also going to come back for the, told ya. What'd I say? What'd I say? What'd I say? Yeah. You're going to, but you come back and you take that. You come back and you take it. Two of Cups. I'm still sitting here blown away and in shock by how Wands and Swords. I've never seen it like this. Partnership. Taking a love relationship to the next stage. So apparently there's a potential partner lurking out in the corner somewhere. And I hate to say lurking, because then that's kind of stalkerish, and then, we got to shoot somebody. Ignore that! But he's out there somewhere. Like I said, he might be stuck in traffic. You probably, flipped him off in the car yesterday. I might have screamed, "You dumb bastard, pull over till the volume wears off." We don't know. But it'll go to a new stage rather quickly. It's gonna move, and you're gonna take control of it, and you're gonna make it in your time. And that's okay, because that's how it needs to be. Let's come over and let's see how the future looks. Seven of Swords. Betrayal. I'm going to be honest. I can kind of see this one coming a mile away. I can see this last betrayal coming a mile away.
Okay. Help me out.
You know where it's at. It's in your living room right now. I can just how he ended up in your life, and now all of a sudden the whole feelings thing, and it just, personally for me, it's too fast. Being your friend, I'm gonna say no.
Keep your guards up.
Keep your guard up. Keep it up.
Oh, and I have.
And don't let it down just because he said the sweetest thing, or he's helping with bills, or he's helping buying food and cigarettes, whatever. You know what? I've dated people that have helped with food and cigarettes, and I've been like, you know what? Okay, I'm done with you now. You've tried to take it too far, and I've been the one that tried to go too far and been like, you got to go now. This is not what I'm looking for. And that's fine.
I have this.
You do.
I have a guard.
You have a... I'm not going to go there.
I do. I have this guard.
I was about to say you have a better wall than certain regions of the United States, but I'm a nice person and I'm not going to go there. Moving forward. King of Swords. Wise, agile, spiritual. You are a very spiritual person. You don't subscribe to this or that, but you're very spiritual. You have your belief system. And you're okay with it. And there again, you are very wise. This goes back to the wisdom, and you're wise beyond your years. Because you've probably seen a lot more than any of us ever want to deal with.
I had to grow up.
Yeah, you had to become an adult.
Yes.
You had no choice.
At a young age.
Yeah. And that wasn't fair to you, but in the long run, it's been good. It's been good for you.
It's made me the person I am.
Yes. And it has made you exactly what the Queen of Pentacles is probably saying. I don't know. I looked at it wrong. And actually it has. It has made you what the Queen of Pentacles is saying, which is down to earth and motherly. And you're going to stay down to earth and motherly because that is you. Mm-hmm. And you know, I wouldn't change you for anything. And the star. Accomplishments. Promises. Hope. It's not a deep, dark tunnel. There's a light. And trust me, not a train. And it's not a fat kid with a glow stick. It's a light. And it's there. Your final card is the Hierophant, tying it all together. Conformity and kindness. Well, I don't buy into conformity because you are not a conformist. You're an individual. But the kindness, yes, you are. And, you know, like I said, you know, you didn't have to help us when you did, but you did. It wasn't expected. But it's, you know, it wasn't expected. I said it would probably never be repaid. And there's never been, hey, I need, you know. So that is a wonderful thing. Now, I'm going to leave it up to you. Do you want to go one more time?
Let's do it.
Okay.
While you're putting them out, I'm going to do something.
That's fine. Well, once I get them put out, and this is what's going to happen. We're going to take a little 5-minute break, guys, just because I need to get a drink. So what we are going to do, we're going to take a little short break. I'll let you all sit here and listen to the Ghost Box babble if you wish. And I'm going to check and see if any questions have popped up. And if there have been, I will try to answer them real quick. But if y'all look, we're coming down to the bottom of the deck, kids. So we've almost made it through all 78 cards. So let's take a break. And I'm going to look and see if we have any questions. Be right back with you. Holy cow. And you guys can hear me saying, Jesus, I'm hot. You can hear me say, holy smokes, it's hot in this house. And a big part of it is I turned my ceiling fan off.
You never get anything to drink.
I've got my energy drink, so I'm good. I'm trying to stay running. Got some questions. What do we got, Carla? What? Carla, I'm not using an app. Actually, what I have done is put everything on my iPad to have it there as a quick reference. There is a companion podcast. Give me just 1 second, guys. There is a companion podcast that will go up probably tomorrow, Carla, where I explain the meanings are pretty much basic across all tarot card decks. And actually, me personally, I like to use just the basic meanings and then interpret that based on the person. I try to get to know the person I'm reading before I'll do a reading. I'll ask some basic questions. My individual that I have, I've known her for a while. She's a very dear friend. So, you know, that gives me a little extra insight to her. But I like to gain some insight on my client before I do the reading. And I just basically interpret the basic meanings of the cards and build from there from what I know of the person. So that's basically what's going on this iPad. Because it's easier to use an iPad than it is to flip through a book every 50, 60 pages. Okay. Oh, bummer. Don't tell me this one died. No, it just crapped out after 30 minutes. So I don't know how much I lost. Well, we'll just start this one again. And let it run until it craps and dies again. There we go. Oops. Stuck my arm right in it.
I know after we do this next set, after it's done.
Before we finish it out?
Well, no, after it's done. I have a couple things to show you.
Okay.
And I want you to read why you're still alive.
Okay.
That's
We can do that.
It's very scary.
Very scary, huh? I like very scary. Okay, not too scary if it includes spiders and clowns. I'm out.
And very truthful. And you're gonna die.
No, I'm not gonna die. Not yet.
No, it's gonna hit your home. It's gonna hit you home.
Well, you know.
Because it's, yeah. I'll show you.
With the eye thing, I thought I was gonna die, but
No.
did I start this?
When you see, you'll know what I mean.
Let's see, did I start this yet? Nope. No, because it shut off on me too, so I don't know how much I have lost. I have no idea. So the full record, oh, it's still running. It just shuts off. Okay, I got it. Cool. So the full record is the podcast. That's the full record right there, and I have an audio recording, so that's a plus. Before I go any further, I want to include that in the episode. Is that fine with you?
What's that mean?
The recording.
That's fine.
Okay. And here we go again.
It's ever how you want to do it, babe.
All right.
I'm not afraid.
I am.
Because so far you're hitting.
And that's scary because I will be so honest with everyone. My energies have been so out of alignment. I've been dealing with a lot of my own stressors, and my energies have been so out of alignment. I was so afraid tonight was going to be a complete disaster.
But you're just hitting everywhere.
And it wasn't, so I'm very happy with that. Okay, 5 of Cups. Loss, despair. Well, I'm not going to read too far into that because you've already done the loss. You've already done the despair. You've been through it. So I'm not going to stress about this. And you shouldn't either. Because, like I said, you've been through the loss. You've been through the despair. You know, don't
more
stress.
Than anyone.
Yeah.
Endure.
You know, in the time span between your mother and your fiance, that I had to admire, and I still do admire your strength.
I tried to stay there.
Because if that had been me, I would have been the next one to go because I would not have been able to handle it. And I know you wanted to. I know you did.
I did, and you know that.
But you didn't because you knew why you had to hold on.
Because I have no...
Yeah. And it all goes back to him.
Well, if you think September 9th, 2017,
Yeah.
December 10th, 2017.
Yeah.
That was my little time span.
Yeah, that was your time. Next, the King of Pentacles. Abundance, security, and control. So life's looking good. It's looking up. It's getting there. You're taking back the control.
Trying.
You're trying, and no one can take the control all at once. No one can.
Right.
So it's a process. We learn, we grow, and change is painful, growth is painful, the process is painful. Next, the Empress. Initiative, femininity, and fruitfulness. Well, you've already been fruitful. Rotten fruit. But rotten fruit, but some good fruits came out of it.
I've always been good fruit.
Well, you have been good fruit. Trouble is, I hate to speak ill of anyone. Wrong.
Really?
I'm talking about your offspring.
Oh.
Your female child.
I don't have a child.
Rotten fruit.
I don't have a child.
But, well, you in a way do have to claim her because look at what you got from her.
That was just me wishing. That's how I got that.
That's how you got them?
That's how I got that.
Oh, you have a fairy godmother?
Yes.
Well, would you send that bitch to my house, please? But you do have initiative, and you do, while you're busting your ass, you do maintain that feminine quality because I've seen you get ready to go out. I've seen you go out. Fruitfulness, yeah, well, you know. You made a wish and got some adorable little fruits. I'm sorry, Noah, Emmy. Not really. Nope.
You love them like they were your own?
I do. I love them both like they're my own. The other ones I don't know.
I really don't know them either.
I don't know them,
because
so
I'm
I can't.
not allowed.
So I can't, say I have that relationship with the rest of your grandchildren.
It's mainly Noah that you have.
Yeah, I have Noah.
You have some of Emily.
I have some of Emily. Not much, but...
But Noah?
Oh, well, I put the fear of me into her boyfriend last night. Ten of Swords. A tragic ending crisis. I'm not going to read into this, because you've had the tragic endings. You've had the crisis.
Too many.
There's probably one more crisis looming in the wings. It's probably not going to be a bad one. It's going to seem like a big one at the time. It's not. And I think it's already forming with, some of the issues requiring police involvement and things like that. I think that crisis is forming. But you're going to come through it. And you're going to be fine because you are not at fault in this crisis. So that's always a plus. Again, swords and wands, swords and wands. What the hell? Swords and wands. I'm just baffled by it because I never see it.
You never turn me on a card, though. Did?
Yeah, everything's there. We're on round 3. Ding.
Okay, my bad. I didn't see you flip them over.
Pay attention. Ace of Swords. New beginning, power. And this is in your home.
Mm-hmm.
There is a new beginning. We've covered that numerous times. Every time new beginning pops up, we know there is a new beginning in a new chapter. And it's already started writing. Power, you have the power in your home, and you take control in your home. You are the boss. And now you have a little lieutenant.
My daddy?
I was referring to the other one that's hanging out at your house.
Oh, I'm talking about Noah.
No, well...
My daddy, my husband, whatever you want to call him.
No, I was referring to his buddy, who is your little lieutenant, who keeps everything in line as well. So,
you're talking like Jacob.
Yes. I was trying to be respectful and not name names, but hey.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Jacob, that's your little lieutenant. He helps to maintain balance and order. So, I'm not concerned. Oh, the King of Wands. Generous and fair leader. We've covered this. You are generous. You are very fair. And those are wonderful qualities to have. The problem is with those wonderful qualities of being generous and fair.
I give to the wrong person.
You give to the wrong person and you get burned. And that happens. And you learn from it because once that person burns you, you kick them to the curb and tell them you are no more, you need to go. Which is a good thing.
Well, this time it's definitely for good because they've burnt me. One of them got me 4 times and one of them got me 3 times.
Yeah.
Because I felt that I could change them. I felt I could do it.
You tried to do the trap that I've fallen into countless times. The trap that so many of us. I can fix them.
And if I can't help them if they don't want to help themselves anymore.
Well, let me tell you. The only person you can fix is you. The only person you can change is you.
And it's hard and I'm trying.
Yeah. And that's fine. And there again, it's a slow process. It doesn't happen overnight. Page of Wands. That's freakishly accurate. Enthusiastic, ambitious, curious. You are very enthusiastic. When you find something that you want to do and get done and make happen, you do it. And you do whatever it takes. Last 2 days! Thursday and Friday.
And I made it happen.
And she made it happen. Let me tell you.
The best I could.
And it was awesome. He was very excited and very happy. It was fun. You gotta have fun with a tarot reading because if you don't have fun, they don't come back to you. That's why I do them in my home instead of someplace if the state of Ohio says you can't smoke. No, it's my house. Feel free. Make it
I smoke and I drink here.
I don't care.
I know.
Doesn't bother me.
This is my home away from home.
Yeah, this is your home too, so pay a bill, would you?
You just told me to go to bed.
I said pay a bill, would you?
Oh, hell no.
Did we cover the Page of Wands? Yes, we did. Okay, so now we'll move over, and like we've said, your career is Nana. That's your job. 3 of Wands. I don't even have to turn the page.
Nana and adopted Nana.
Yeah, I don't even have to turn the page. It's awesome. Results of hard work and preparation. Well, going back to last night, we saw that. You set your mind to it. You were determined, and it was happening.
It got done.
And it got done, and you made it happen. And it was a wonder. And a wonderful time was had by all.
By close people that were important.
People that, not family, but close enough. And the way I looked at it, Dale and Michelle and their kids, and me, and Karen, and the boys, and Mark, and you, and Noah, and Jacob. That is family. That is the family. That is his core family. That is your core family.
Close people.
That is his core. Yes. That is his support structure. And as far as I'm concerned, it was only family here last night. And everyone that said they were going to show up and didn't show up, hey, I don't care. Don't care.
That's right. That just showed how much
that showed
they
him,
thought about
that showed him who loves him and who is there and who isn't.
Exactly.
So, next up, 7 of Cups. Oh my goodness, we got a cup. Holy crap. Daydreaming and fantasy.
I do love them.
You do, and it's okay. And I know what your daydream is your memories.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
And I go in my own little world.
You go in your own little world, and that's okay. Just come out of it.
And I try to picture what it would be.
What it would be, I know. And that's okay. That is fine. You're allowed. So, what's next? Oh, the Lovers. Very rarely do I have the Lovers pop up in a reading. Of course, then again, I didn't give them much of a choice. I'm doing the whole deck. Attraction, beauty, love. You're a beautiful person. You're a beautiful soul. You're a beautiful woman, regardless of age. Anyone that can't see that beauty, goodbye. Go. Attraction. There's somebody out there attractive. Positive. Know for a fact. He's out there. I know for a fact. He's out there. He'll come knocking. Like I said, poor dumb bastard's probably stuck in traffic.
So who is this stuck in traffic?
I don't know. But there will be love. And it's going to be the same strong love that scared the hell out of you with David. It's going to be different, but it's going to be the same. Because the fear will wear off quickly, and it'll become comfortable. You're never going to forget David.
Oh, never.
Never in a million years. This new prince, he's not going to hold a candle to him, but he's going to light his own candle. He will light his own candle. 9 of Cups. Satisfaction and happiness. So, it's going to, and your career as Nana, you have that happiness. You have that satisfaction. And it's just going to get better. I'm not an authority on children because God knows mine did not come with an instruction manual, an app, a PDF.
No, mine didn't either.
None of that crap. Yeah, well, yours isn't as complex as mine.
Can be sometimes.
Yeah, look, mine are more difficult than Chinese algebra, okay? Okay. Come down here to love. 4 of Cups. Meditation, apathy. There again, we've talked about your love life, and right now it's just kind of a period for you to meditate and think. And I'm also a believer, what you send out to the universe comes back to you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know you send out that you want David back, and we both know not going to happen.
Never.
But it's like I just said, he will not hold a candle to David, but he's going to light his own candle, and he will be almost as bright of a star in your universe. He's not,
and a stupid motherfucker like David, right?
I'll be able to scare the hell out of him. Yeah. Paranoid.
David was my stupid motherfucker.
He was. They were in a sack of hammers, but Eric.
And that was a joke thing between us.
It ain't easy being greasy.
Oh. We won't go there.
We won't go there.
Hush.
Inside joke. About that far inside, too. Strength. Power and courage. And you're going to have courage in your love life. You've got to have courage. Because if you don't.
And that is hard.
Yeah, it is. It's very hard. Because you're afraid If I love, are they going to be taken away from me again? And I remember a story in my family. I mentioned one time about my grandfather just, being so into what I was doing. And I said something to my mom. And my mom explained to me that my grandfather had siblings. They passed in childhood. And after the second one, his father was so afraid to get close to him, to be the doting father that he was, because his fear was this child would be taken away too. And that's okay. But you've got to have the courage to realize. Next one, he's not going to be taken away until he's accomplished what he needs to accomplish. If he accomplishes it in 3 days, don't get attached. It's like buying a goldfish. Don't get attached. Right. If he accomplishes it in 3 days, you need to get rid of him because he didn't come from heaven. That's a demon. And, well, yeah, now. Moving forward. 7 of Pentacles. Again with now we got Pentacles. Reward and perseverance. So you're going to persevere. You're going to make it through, and you will get the reward. And the reward, who knows what it will be. Could be a wedding ring. Could be a cruise. Could be he makes you a beneficiary of a $10 million life insurance policy. Don't know. Have no idea. If you want absolutes, yeah, I can't give you those either. 9 of Swords. Having a feeling of failure and anxiety. And that, we've discussed, that's going to haunt your relationships. Because you're going to have that feeling of fear. And it's not a personal failure. Your relationship with David did not fail. His body failed. And that's a failure you fear. That is a failure, you're going to love again and his body's going to fail. Don't.
I'm afraid of loss.
Yeah, you are. And what's bad is we all endure it and we all go through it.
I'm afraid to get attached.
Yes, you fear attachment.
I'm going to lose.
That's where that anxiety comes from. 10 of Pentacles. And we are here in the future. Wealth, retirement. Technically, you don't get to retire from being a parent.
Never.
You get a demotion from being number one on the line, totally hands-on, to, okay, they can watch The Lion King and leave me out of it for 20 minutes. To, you realize you're standing at the door and he needs me, but he doesn't anymore. He needs me. You go from being...
I think Noah's always going to need me.
With the relationship you two have, yeah. With his past and his life, yes. He's always going to come to Nana. But you will go from being caregiver and provider to confidant, counselor. And that is a good thing because that shows that you have raised him to be self-reliant.
That's what I want.
And he is. Boy, is he. Wow, he is.
He's too smart for his own good.
He is. Oh, the Fool. The Fool. And everybody thinks the Fool means, oh, bad shit. No. Spontaneity, extravagance, beginnings. So there is a new beginning. There is some extravagance coming in the future. These things are coming. I don't know when. They didn't send me a tracking number, but they're coming. It just takes time. Again with the flippin' wands. Knight of Wands.
So why do you keep saying like the wands and the swords?
Because wands and swords constantly pop up. They have constantly came up.
Okay.
And they're, like up here, nothing. Wands and swords. And other ones, wands and swords. And that's been the whole 4 cards. Wands and swords, or all swords. I've never seen it do that before. But then again, I only do this once every 6 months.
I'm a strange person.
Where was I? Knight of Wands. Energetic, powerful, generous. We know these things. We're well aware of them.
I try to be powerful. Sometimes I'm just...
You know, you are powerful in your own right. You don't rule with an iron fist, but you are powerful in your own right. You are energetic. You are generous. We've covered all these. The world, Chico, the world. I ought to watch that later on. Next time she goes to work. When does she work again? Completion, accomplishment, and a fresh new start. And that kind of ties to here and over to here. That's kind of the feeling I get, is that it's tying in with home, with career and love. So your career's about to be just being a woman. So, and if you charge them, that's your business, not mine.
If I what?
If you charge them, that's your business, not mine. I'll give you free. I'll give you advertising, but not for free. Hear ye. Okay. And the card tying it all together is the Five of Wands. Minor fight, mistake. There's been some minor fights between you and Noah. And they're going to be. This is parent-child. This is the parent-child dynamic.
They're normal.
They're normal. You've made mistakes. And you can admit, I made a mistake with you.
Yes, I have.
I made mistakes with you. It takes a bigger person to admit that you have made the mistakes.
I made mistakes with my daughter.
Go ahead.
No contest. You did. And you know, but you're adult enough to say, I made these mistakes. These are my mistakes. So, all right.
I own them.
Last of the deck. Here we go. So what? Now are we doing Pentacles and
Right
Cups?
here. That's it. Now, what did you want me to read before we go? Or do you want to wait until we do the last of them? Let's finish.
Okay. Well, I will end up stopping here because I
You've
ran out
already
of cards.
covered that.
Yeah, we can go no further. So, Page of Pentacles. Financial opportunity in a new career. You know, we've seen promises of a new career scatter out. And yeah, you get to be Nana now. You get to be Nana now. And I have a feeling it's going to be... You're going to get a promotion in the Nana world.
Are you talking to Great Grandma?
Yes, I am. You're going to get a promotion.
I thought so.
Probably not in the near future.
It's going to be a few years.
No, it's not, actually.
Angie, yes it is.
No, it's not. It's going to be not the near future. Not the near future, but it's possible the announcement will come.
In about a year.
Not even that. It's possible the announcement will come with a tag that says from Santa Claus. Possible.
Okay.
Trust me on this one. Ask Martha. That's all I'm gonna say. Judgment, rebirth. They're not the same. You are reinventing yourself. You have been for 2 years. Trying to make sense of everything and get away from it. You're not going to outrun it. You are going to grow from it. And that's what you are doing. Knight of Pentacles. Dun, dun, dun. Efficiency, conservatism. We've covered that. You can be conservative. You can be efficient. You know, when you set your mind to it, you are extremely efficient. Some cards just have the same meaning, just differently worded. Come on. Put it out. Skill, power, action. You may not be learning a new skill, but it is, the skills you have are going to be required. And that is being a nana, being a mom. And those are great skills to have. Come to home, and we have the King of Cups. Generosity, balance. We've seen throughout the reading, you are a generous person. You just need to start maintaining your balance. And which I think you will. I'm very certain that you will, because I know the type of person you are. Emperor. Power, protection, accomplishment. You've made an accomplishment. Going back to last night, you've made an accomplishment. You do maintain the balance of power in your home. There's you're the boss, but then you have your little micro husband. And I shouldn't say that, you're want to be keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you're protector.
You're protector, and then you're lieutenant. So there is a balance of power in the house. It's just not that balanced.
Right.
And that's okay.
They just look out for me. They don't want me hurt.
Because it's always been you and Noah. Jacob has bonded and attached to you.
And Noah.
And Noah. And that's okay. That's okay, because I sat thinking about how Noah kind of bonded and attached to me. And I tried to read into it as to why.
And then he needed the extra.
And then I remembered it was the same with your mom and Eric. The universe decided that little boy needed her in his life.
And he still has her.
And that little old lady needed him in hers.
And they still have each other.
Ace of Pentacles. Business, opportunity, wealth. Possible. Who knows? Could end up selling Mary Kay. You could hit the lottery on Tuesday.
Have my own dispensary. No.
Or your own dispensary. I mean, hey.
I'm teasing on that.
Hey, I'm not knocking the possibility. There are numerous possibilities. Two of Pentacles. Balance, prioritization. You had your list of priorities. You always have your list of priorities. And I have noticed with you, while bills are always the number one priority, next is Noah. And no one ranks higher. Not even you. You don't let yourself rank higher. Yeah.
I do without.
You let yourself rank higher. And some people would judge you for that. I don't see a problem with it. Alarm system's going off. Cats out there. Temperance. Moderation. Balance. So you've got to do it in moderation. And you've got to maintain that balance. There again, your career as caregiver, Nana. But you need to take time for you as well. And you don't do a lot of that. Chariot, triumph and control. You're going to maintain the control. Kind of. Noah's 16. He's suffering from testosterone poisoning. So he's going to try to be the boss. He's going to fail miserably, but he's going to try. So you've got to maintain that power and that control. And that you'll triumph over him. He'll learn he's not all that. He's just the bag of chips. Queen of Wands. Determined, attractive, kind. Yes, you are. You're determined that he is not going to fall into the traps that so many kids fall into.
That's right.
And
he's not going to follow in Connor.
Yeah.
Tiana, my brother.
He's not going to follow the rest of the path that's been laid before him for the rest of the family. And you're not letting him do that. He's going to be better. And I have always told him, you have what it takes to get out of this town.
He can
to
do
be better.
He wants.
He can. The Sun. Success, riches, wealth. Yep.
And that can fall under anything.
Yeah, that can be anything. I don't measure success by how big your bank account is.
Correct.
I don't measure wealth and riches by how big your bank account is. I measure them by how full of love are you. And the way I see it, you are successful, you are wealthy, and you have riches. Take away everything I've got tomorrow.
I always tell Noah, we're not poor. We have a roof over our head.
We're not
we
poor.
have food. We have electricity and water, and we have our bus.
Yeah, and
We
that's
are rich.
you are rich, and that is a wonderful lesson to instill in him. I tell my kids, take all of this away tomorrow. House, car, tech
As
toys,
long as
all
we
that.
have each other.
As long
and
as we are all together,
that's
we'll
all
be
that
fine.
matters.
Love. Again.
I'm afraid of love.
I noticed. Knight of Cups. Charming, romance. So he's going to be charming. He's going to be romantic. Yay. But you're not going to buy into it either.
Oh, hell no.
Queen of Cups. Calm. Compassionate. You're going to be calm with it. You're going to be compassionate. But you're not going to... He's not going to hook and pull you in.
Nope.
Ten of Cups. It will be a happy relationship. And there will be a lot of harmony there. But he's going to have to learn the rules. And he's going to have to learn who the boss
My
is.
rules.
Exactly. Exactly. And then I kind of want to see how all these tie together with this. But we've already gone over the meanings. We'll just do a brief.
Okay.
Just go real brief. So then following is the Nine of Swords. Having feelings of failure, anxiety. You know, you're going to be afraid of it failing. You're going to have that anxiety. Ten of Pentacles. Coming into the future, which we already know. Wealth and retirement. You know, we know that's a possibility. The Fool, spontaneity, extravagance, beginnings. You know, that's always a good thing for the future. Always, new beginnings are always good. So that, you know, that's still tying in.
Right.
You know, it still fits. I'm just making sure it fits and it's not. Knight of Wands, energetic, powerful, generous. So, you know, you're going to be enthusiastic about it. You're going to be scared of it, but you're going to be enthusiastic about it. So we're still fitting rather nicely. It's like a puzzle piece. The World, completion, accomplishment, fresh new start. So, you know, we're like I said, we're still tying in, and that's really eerie because I ran out of cards. And then finally, the Five of Wands, there's going to be more mistakes. There's going to be more mishaps. But you have to choose. Are you going to let them define everything? Are you going to own them? You know, what are you going to do? What is your choice? And that's the choice you have to make. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. What do you...
Hold on.
Really? You're going to do that right now? You got a brand new charged battery. What have you got?
I have messages.
You have messages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you have?
What do I have?
Mom.
It's a message from heaven.
Melanie, I have watched you face loss and heartbreak with strength and courage. I am so proud of the way you are able to love unconditionally despite the hardships of your past. Remember that even when you feel lonely, I will always be by your side. And she is. She doesn't leave you. She stays with you because you need her. David. Melanie, I have watched you face your struggles with strength and courage. I am so proud of the way you've never given up. Remember that nothing can happen to you because I'm taking care of you from heaven. Well, let me tell you. David, both of those messages,
They're true.
they're true. Even though they were generated by a computer, they are true because your mother wanted to see you succeed. And she made me and Karen promise to kind of keep an eye on you.
She always made David.
She made David too, and David would have given his life to protect you. So, I do find those to be incredibly accurate. So,
And everyone I've ever done, they say the same thing.
I don't do them because I don't have it in me right now to do them. I just don't.
But everyone I've done, they say the same stuff.
Oh, I'm sure. All right, so I'm going to look and see if we have any questions. Don't get seasick on me, guys. Holy crap. Flip it around. Okay. No, I don't see a whole lot of questions. Oh, no, Carla, Ouija board is just, I liked it and I thought it would be really cool to put up there. So it has no significance. So, yes, you did hear the ghost detector. But that's all I've got, guys. So, everything will be posted probably, if not tomorrow, then by Monday. So, catch y'all later. Thanks for watching. For our live stream tarot reading, we're in a GoPro. Got another camera set up. You'll hear some beeping and a computer voice. That's my ghost detector running. We're also going to run a recorder. So I'm going to turn the camera around and set it